the Dollhouse. I am so excited that we are almost to 1,000 dolls in the Dollhouse. Like, that's a huge accomplishment. I want to thank every one of you who support my channel, who watch my content faithfully, who binge watch my videos and send me sweet messages. I love you all so much. If you are new here, I am Jay Chantel. I create content on my BBL journey as well as other surgery topics and beauty and lifestyle vlogs. So if you vibing with me throughout this video, make sure you go ahead and join the Dollhouse and make this thing official. Okay, so I'm super excited about today's video. I have been telling you all that this is something I wanted to put together, and this is probably just going to be part one because I feel like there is definitely more research to be done and I can provide you all with much more information. So today I wanted to focus on surgeons that are in the US as well as abroad that are giving Dr. Jung's results. I know that a lot of dolls are in love with Dr. Jung, but for one reason or the next, they're not able to get surgery with him, whether it's them not being qualified or them needing additional surgeries such as like a tummy tuck before they can go to Dr. Jung. So I wanted to find a wide variety of surgeons that you guys can check out. Now, as a disclaimer, I do want to say that you will have to do your own research when it comes to depths and when it comes to pricing. Some of the surgeons that I'm going to be talking about, you're not able to get a quote until you actually have a consultation, and in order to have a consultation, they do charge. So I want to leave you guys the responsibility to looking into pricing, and hopefully in the future I can give you guys a video where there are some surgeons who are cheaper than Jung that you guys can look into. That's something that I'm working on. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, so most people that love Dr. Jung's results, they actually are attracted to the Colombian style BBL, but they may be new to the surgery world and they may not necessarily know what that means. So I want to kind of break that down a little bit more. Colombian style BBLs, from what I've researched, and I'm no expert, they more so speak to tiny waists and more pronounced hips. Now, in the US, what I found was when I first started looking into BBLs, a lot of the surgeons in the US were not giving those overseas results. And a lot of dolls then traveled overseas to get surgeries done. One, because it's cheaper, and two, because the restrictions around BBLs are not as strict in other countries. In Colombia specifically, they have very cheap BBLs, and the results are phenomenal. Now, Dr. Jung first started doing his when he first started performing BBLs, he actually went to Colombia to train with a surgeon whom I'm going to talk about later, and then he came back to the US and started giving Colombian style results in the United States, which filled a huge gap because now dolls don't have to go out of the country in order to get their surgery done. So that's what people are really loving about Dr. Jung. I want to dive a little bit deeper into why people love Dr. Jung's work to give you guys sort of a framework as to what I was looking for when I found these surgeons that are giving Dr. Jung results but aren't Dr. Jung. Okay, so first things first, the thing that most people love about Dr. Jung are his hidden entryways. This is something that's becoming more and more popular. I started to notice that this is becoming more of a demand from dolls in the last couple of years. Before hidden entryways were a thing, of course, people had very obvious liposuction scars on their bodies, all over their bodies, which made it very obvious that they were having work done. Now, more common people like you and I are able to have surgery and keep it a secret like these celebrities used to do because of these hidden entryways that is making it really hard to tell if somebody has truly been on the surgery bed or if they've just been hitting the gym. So a lot of dolls are looking for surgeons that are providing these hidden entryways. Another thing that people typically love about Dr. Jung is the way that he is able to sculpt the waist of his dolls. Dr. Jung doesn't perform your typical liposuction. He performs what is called HD liposculpture. So that is pretty much the methodology of really using the body, the human body, as a canvas, as if you will, to sculpt the body and to make it look very natural while also giving very consistent and very snatched look. The other thing that people are really loving about Dr. Jung is his natural ab etching. I have seen this done so perfectly, especially with a few surgeons in Colombia that are my personal faves. But in the US, there are not a lot of surgeons that are giving real natural ab etching like Dr. Jung is. So he definitely is making his place in the surgery world, and he is definitely becoming one of the most popular, if not the most popular BBL surgeon to date. So I was doing some research and I found a few doctors that a few surgeons, excuse me, that I want to share with you. Some of them I have more information on, others not so much. But again, that's up to you guys to go ahead and do your research and figure out who you want to go with. And if you have anybody that you want to add to this list, please feel free to comment down below your thoughts and also other surgeons that I can look into so that I can give you guys the information as well. So let's go ahead and first talk about Dr. Alfredo Hoyos. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Okay, so Dr. Hoyos is a Colombian plastic surgeon, and he is the one who actually trained Dr. Jung. So Dr. Jung did go ahead and receive his board certification in cosmetic surgery. After that, he actually went to Dr. Hoyos to become a body contouring specialist. So Dr. Hoyos is actually a world-renowned speaker and teacher for surgeons who want to adapt the Colombian techniques into how they perform their surgeries in the US. So a lot of surgeons actually go to him to be trained by him so that they can learn how to sculpt the body and to use the body as a canvas to give the most realistic and natural results that you've ever seen. Okay, so I'm not too sure on what his prices are because I did reach out and again, I wasn't able to get that information. But why not go to the surgeon who actually taught your favorite surgeon how to do what they do? I thought that was a pretty logical reason. He does perform surgeries on dolls still. He is located in Colombia, as I said, so that means that he is more than likely going to be cheaper than Jung because our money is worth so much in Colombia. So that's somebody to look into. I'll go ahead and share with you guys some of my favorite results that he's given. Next on the list, we have Dr. Chamata. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I already have a video about Dr. Chamata, and I'm going to provide an update as to what he has going on since the last time I posted about him on my channel. But this is kind of going to serve as an update as well because Dr. Chamata is Dr. Jung's protege. So he definitely is working side by side with Dr. Jung and is learning his exact technique when it comes to the hidden entryways, the sculpting of the waist, and also the natural ab etching. The good thing that I love about Dr. Chamata is that he actually does perform tummy tucks, and he performs other plastic surgery procedures that most dolls may want to get so that you are able to knock out more than one procedure at one time. Some dolls don't go to Dr. Jung because they need a tummy tuck for the excess skin, so they have to go to another surgeon to get a tummy tuck, then come back to Dr. Jung. Well, Dr. Chamata can kind of give you a 2-for-1 special if that's something that you're into. I am absolutely loving his natural belly button. This is like something new to the surgery world because a lot of surgeons don't know how to give you a very natural belly button. I want to show you guys what the typical belly button looks like after a tummy tuck and how Dr. Chamata is giving the girls a natural belly button. So Dr. Chamata is not board certified yet, which is something that a lot of dolls are very apprehensive about. That's a very personal choice. He has been doing a lot of surgery since he started at Premier Surgical Art, so I believe that he'll be certified in no time. He has not had any deaths to date to my knowledge, so again, that's a personal choice. If you would like to check him out, you definitely can do so. His pricing has gone up. It went from $9,500 to $15K real quick, so make sure you're comfortable with that pricing. I want to talk more about that in a separate video, but I wanted to give you guys that information because that is one of the prices that I actually know. I'll go ahead and share with you guys some of my favorite results that he's giving. All I have to say about Dr. Chamata, so let's go ahead and go to the next surgeon. The next surgeon, and one of my personal favorites, is Dr. Shu. He is located in Houston, Texas, as well as Dr. Chamata. He is a board certified plastic surgeon, and he also does everything. Like, you can go to him for a complete mommy makeover if you want. The difference between him and Dr. Jung, I feel, is that he doesn't really have a signature look. Like, you're not gonna go to Dr. Jung and get a vixen body. You could possibly go to Dr. Shu and have maybe 2 rounds and come out looking like a vixen. So Dr. Shu is more flexible when it comes to providing exactly what a patient might want. I hope that makes sense. I love Dr. Shu. I was considering going to him when I was first having surgery, but I believe that he was booked a lot further out than Dr. Jung, so I ended up going to Dr. Jung, and I believe that Dr. Jung's results are more consistent. But Dr. Shu is definitely giving the vibes that we are looking for. He definitely does the hidden entryways, and he does the sculpting of the waist. I don't believe that he has any Colombian training. I'm not too sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did, because he really does know how to sculpt the body as well as give us that natural ab etching that is serving. Okay, I love his dolls and I love his results. I'll go ahead and share with you guys some of my favorite results that he's giving. Check out. He's really good. I'm not too sure on his pricing. I want to say that it's around what Dr. Jung charges, but a little cheaper. So he may be around $15,000 to $16,000. If I find out his pricing, I will go ahead and list it in the comments below. The next doctor that I wanted to talk about is Dr. I think his name is Retina. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna put it so you can say it. He is located in Washington, D.C. I'm not too sure of his pricings, nor am I sure if he's had any deaths. My guess is no, but again, do your own research so that you guys feel comfortable. The reason why he made the list is because he was actually trained by Dr. Jung. So he's one of those surgeons that I would like to categorize as good, but will be great in the coming year. So he's someone to kind of keep an eye on. Follow him on Instagram so that you can kind of watch his work. He doesn't have as many years underneath his belt, so I don't see the results that I want to see right now consistently, but there are some dolls on his page where I'm like, okay, he did that. So I want to share with you some of those dolls so that you guys can take a look and let me know what you think. I think it's retina. I don't know how to pronounce it, y'all. These doctors be having very fancy names. Like I said, he's gonna get better with time, so it's someone that you could just, you know, have on standby if another surgeon doesn't work. You guys have that as an option. The last surgeon for this video will be Dr. Earl Lee. Now, I was kind of conflicted when it came to providing a surgeon that I actually like their work that's based in Miami because of all of the deaths that happen in Miami. And but I know that some of you are going to go to Miami anyways because that's what you like, or that's what you can afford, or that's what's most convenient. So I wanted to at least provide an option for you all that I like their results. So I'm loving Dr. Earl Lee's results because he is, again, giving very sculpted waist. He's not giving that Miami look that a lot of people get when they go to these chop shops in Miami. So I do love that about his results. Let me actually take a look at his Instagram while I'm talking about him because I forgot. So Dr. Earl Lee is the owner and founder of Pure Plastic Surgery. He's double board certified in plastic surgery, and he is, again, of course, located in Miami, Florida. Now, I am liking the way that he's giving the girls very natural BBLs. It's not giving that Miami chop shop look, that Miami factory look that we often see. So I am loving his results when it comes to that. Again, I have my own thoughts and opinions on surgery in Miami, but I did want to give you guys that option if that's something that you're looking for. He is getting better with his abdominal etching. I do like some of his results, and I'll share some of those while I continue talking about him. I am liking some of those results that he's giving. I think it looks very nice. And the hidden entryways, they're good for Miami. I will say that. Like, I do feel like that's not very common in Miami, and for him to be giving the girls more hidden entryways than typical, I think that that's a huge win. Where he puts his incisions are different from Dr.Jung. He does do the hidden incision. Give me 1 second, let me pull it up. He does one in the middle of the back, and the rest of them are hidden. So his are kind of hidden. I mean, it's really, really good based on some of the other surgeons that I've seen. Okay, so if you are considering going to Miami, this is someone that you can consider. To my knowledge, he doesn't have any deaths, but do your research. And I believe that his prices range from $10,000 to $15,000 at this point. I'm not exactly sure though. So those are the surgeons that I found right now. I do want to do another video, so we'll probably have a part 2 of this, just giving you all more options to check out, to let you guys know that Dr. Jung is giving the girls the results, but there are other surgeons that are also giving as well, so you guys have options. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed creating today's video. If you did, go ahead and please give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you all on the next video. Don't you move. It's coming right up.